Hello and welcome to the Jackson State Football Highlight Show with head coach Tony Hughes. I'm Rob J. Just a look back at Jackson State's game against the Grambling State Tigers. It was JSU's first home game of the season. And Coach, I know going into that game, you had to have been excited that this was your first official home game.
Yes, we were. We were excited to play at home for the first time. Our kids had worked extremely hard, and they were looking forward to playing before our fans and their parents and all of their relatives for the first time.
And Coach, I know going into this game, this is, like you said, the players playing in front of their relatives and everything, but it was a chance for you to, show the home team what kind of team you had and to get a win in this game. What was the mindset of the team going into the ball game?
Well, the kids were very excited. They worked extremely hard. They take a lot of pride in playing at home. We have a motto called Protect the House, and they were looking forward to protecting the house, and so they were really excited about it.
When you look at the overall game, I know the outcome isn't what you wanted it to be. What do you take from that game?
Well, what we take is that, again, we're our own worst enemy. We made 3 critical errors that basically cost us the football game.
Did you, going into the game, I know Grambling came in with a lot of hype after the way they played Arizona, but you really played them pretty even. If you look at the stats, you had to be impressed with the way your team played against a team that, virtually that no one really gave you much of a chance against.
No question, Rob. They went out to Arizona and were ahead 21-3 late in the game and had an opportunity to win. And so going in, we knew that they were a really good football team and very explosive and could put up a lot of points in a hurry. And so we devised a game plan dedicated to slowing them down, stopping them, and trying to not let them explode and have a big night against us. And, for the most part, it was effective except for about 3 plays that really cost us the football game.
And I know, Coach, going into that game, their quarterback, Devontae Kincaid, he's a transfer from Ole Miss, and he was their all-everything player. But he didn't get loose against Jackson State. You guys really contained him. Other than that big throw that they had for the touchdown, you guys really contained him. How did you guys manage to stop him, slow him down like that?
Well, we knew coming in that he was a great threat to run the ball as well as pass the ball. And so we knew in order for us to have a chance to win the football game that we had to contain him because he was a very, very dangerous player. And so early on, the whole key was to contain him and not let him get outside, on the edge and be able to scramble and make big plays. And so the whole key to the whole game was tackling. And we were able to tackle him and not allow him to explode, rather by scrambling. And then he had the one long touchdown pass, the first play of the game that put us in a hole.
And you had an opportunity to play several quarterbacks. Anybody stood out for you?
Well, I think our young freshman, Jawan Adams, came in and gave us a spark. He threw a touchdown on his first pass that he ever attempted in college football. He put together a nice drive. I think he averaged 5 yards a carry in the drive. So for Jackson State fans, the future is bright with that young man.
Coach, is there anything that you need to address or, that you told your team? I know they have to be disappointed, with this start to the season at 0-3. How do you keep them motivated?
Well, every goal is still in front of us. SWAC East, SWAC championship game, and Celebration Bowl. We're only, we're 0-1 in the conference, which we don't like that start, but we have an opportunity this week to redeem ourselves at Arkansas Pine Bluff, and we got to get back to work. And they won a big game down at Alcorn in overtime, so they'll be fired up and ready to play. So we can't tuck our heads or feel sorry for ourselves. We got to get back motivated, and we got to get back to work today.
And another positive that you take from this game was the play of your special teams that played well for you.
Well, again, for the 3rd week in a row, Our special teams executed at a high level. We blocked another punt. We punted the ball well. Our game plan fell together. We didn't turn the ball over in that phase of the game. So it's been a positive for us all season.
All right, stay with us. We'll take a look at the first half highlights when we come back on the Jackson State Football Highlight Show.
What comes to mind when you think about Drive? Breakthroughs in research, artistic design, the latest technology, hand in hand with education. Think JSU. We have a rich history, and we're a growing part of your community, with campuses in Jackson, Madison, downtown, and a comprehensive online learning program. We're everywhere you are, challenging minds and changing lives. So what are you waiting for? Come, be a part of JSU.
What does it mean to be healthy? It means finding the steps you take today that lead to a healthier tomorrow, and knowing you have a partner on your wellness journey with the compassion of a cross and the security of a shield. Because at the end of the day, it means you, your health, your life, and all its possibilities. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. Live healthy. Live blue. It's good to be blue.
Welcome back to the Jackson State Football Highlight Show. I'm your host, Rob J. And as always, we're joined by Jackson State head football coach Tony Hughes. And coach, as we get set to look at the first half highlights, Grambling opened the game with a quick touchdown pass. They jumped out to a big lead in the ball game. How deflating was that for your team?
Well, you know, anytime you go down 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 28-0 early in the game, it's a monumental task to come back. But I give a lot of credit to our kids and our coaching staff. The kids are fighting, they're scrapping, they're doing everything in their power. They don't give up, and they fight throughout the game. And so we've just got to go back and work and fix that so that we give our kids the best opportunity to play. Not so much all the time with a lead, but not play 3 and 4 touchdowns behind before you ever get off the bus.
Well, you know, the thing about the first half, though, Coach, although Grambling did lead at the half 21-0, the game was still well in reach for you. So it wasn't like they had a 40-0 lead. So you still had, you know, you were still in the ball game, although it was 21-0.
Yeah, and you know, in college football now, 3-score game, you know, if you can get a score, you come back, you stop them, you get another score, you get a turnover. And now it's a ball game. It's, you know, it's 21-10 or, you know, 21-13 or whatever it may be. And then it's a ball game all the way to the end because offenses nowadays, you know, score a lot of points and they can score in bunches. So we felt good about where we were at halftime. And we just had a motto, hey, just take one play at a time. And that's what our kids did. And they just continued to fight. But when you go down and you dig a hole for yourself, again, just like in the previous 2 games, it's hard to dig yourself out of that hole, and we just got to figure out a way not to let that happen.
And one of the concerns in the first half was the injury to Javancy Jones. He was injured in the first half, but he stayed in the ball game. What was your concern with him?
Well, he hyperextended a knee. It wasn't a contact injury. It was just, you know, he was going to make a play, plant, and his knee popped, and so. You know, the doctor said that he could continue to play even though he was limited. And Javancy has a warrior spirit, a fighting spirit that goes all the way across our team. And, you know, just a tremendous young man that gave everything he had, every single play, every ounce of energy. Even when he was injured at the end of the game and couldn't go back in, he was on the sideline cheering the rest of the guys on crutches. And I have a lot of respect for him and for what he means to our football team.
I know I was talking to Coach Curry earlier in the week, and he said that Javancy is a football player. And you don't really get those many kind of guys, you know, to come through a sport like that to be a warrior like that.
That's correct. You know, you have great players in NFL history, you know, like a Walter Payton or you know, a Ray Lewis that has that warrior spirit that just loves football. And, you know, he just refused to quit. He just refused to lay down. and his attitude was, hey, you're gonna have to cart me off of this football field because I'm not gonna walk off the football field. I'm gonna play with every ounce of energy and substance that I have, and that's the type of team and program that we want to build, is off of that type of effort and energy.
And Coach, at the half, you're down 21-0. What was your message to the team at the half?
Well, we're still in it, and let's just play one play at a time, one rep at a time. Do our job, execute the offense, execute the defense, execute the kicking game, and we'll stretch, claw, fight, and we're going to have opportunities to make plays. And when you get the opportunity to make a play, make a play. And that was our message at halftime, that the game is not over. Let's just keep fighting.
All right, so Jackson State falls behind 21-0 at the half. Here now is a look at those first half highlights.
And as we said, this is the W.C. Gordon Football Classic, and it's great to hear from Coach Gordon, man. He always has a great story to tell, Coach.
He does, Coach. I can remember him sitting in my mom's living room when he and Coach Hughes came in and signed me. My mother had cooked some gumbo, and Coach Gordon and Coach Hughes didn't want to leave. They let me take the gumbo with him, Coach.
It's a high end-over-end kick, and it lands into the hands of Dan Williams at the 5. He's up to the 10, 15. He angles to the left, actually the right. He's across the 20, and he is on the near sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Second down and 8 for Jackson State. Ball up to the 28-yard line, and they go with the handoff to Bates. Bates finds a hole off that right side, puts his shoulder down, and he takes it across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So a good pickup by Bates on that play. So Gramblin's defense holds Jackson State on its first possession of the ball game. Devontae Kincaid, the quarterback, the transfer from Ole Miss. He's underneath center for Grambling. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, back to throw, going deep down the right side. A man wide open. The catch is made. Touchdown, Grambling. Wow. On the catch for the G-men, Chad Williams with the reception. Ivy back in the shotgun. 3 receivers in the game, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Ivy fakes the handoff. He has time now. Here comes the pressure, and he is brought down, sacked back at the 29-yard line. Grambling operating from right to left in their white jerseys with the black numbers trimmed in gold and the solid black pants with the words Tigers in gold on them. Another quick handoff, this time nothing doing. Not much there. Meeting him in the hole is Sean Bishop to stop that play. They fake it to Bates, wide open across the middle of the big tight end. He makes the catch, and he is flipped upside down at the midfield stripe. Great play by the Tigers for the first down. Here's Ivy again in the shotgun. Ivy throws it quick. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the G-men, and they're going to take it all the way in for the touchdown. Wow. Just like that, Grambling strikes with that pick 6, making the catch and the interception for the G-men, Joseph McWilliams. Brent Lyles, the new quarterback in the ball game for J-State. Lyles in the shotgun, takes a snap, back to throw, swings it out to the right side. The catch is made by McKenzie, and he has enough for the first down. Brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, Napa Know-How. Jackson State on the move now, but they face a 3rd down and 7. Make it 3rd down and 7 from its own 42. Lyles fires across the middle. The catch is made by Dan Williams. Dan takes it across midfield, still fighting for additional yards. Takes it into Grambling territory at the 44-yard line. Brent Lyles, a quarterback, in for Lamontiez Ivy. Man in motion, that's Robert Johnson to the left. Got a man open across the middle. The catch is made. Another first down for the Jackson State Tigers up to the Grambling 34-yard line, a pickup of 16. That was an 11-play drive for Jackson State, and it ended with an incomplete pass on 4th down. Here at the W.C. Gordon Football Classic, Kincaid back in the shotgun on 2nd and goal from the JSU 1. They give it to Carter. He leaps, dives, touchdown.
You're watching the Jackson State Football Highlight Show. We're back after this.
Thanks for nothing. The insurance company keeps giving us the runaround.
What are we going to do?
You guys need to call Richard Schwartz.
Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yes. You guys need help from a fighter.
Our attorney Richard Schwartz. When you're hurt in a car wreck, put some power in your corner. I'll help with your doctor bills, car repairs, and I'll fight to get you everything you deserve.
He is a fighter, and I'm Sugar Ray Leonard, so I know a thing or two about fighting.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, don't take on the insurance company alone. One call, that's all.
WJSU 88.5 FM is a leading provider of cool jazz programming, news, and information to a diverse audience as a service of Jackson State University. Visit us on the web at wjsu.org.
Welcome back to the Jackson State Football Highlight Show. I'm your host, Rob J., along with Coach Tony Hughes, the head coach at Jackson State. And Jackson State, as we get set to look at the second half highlights, Coach, your team pretty much held Grambling in check in the second half, and you were able to get back into the ball game. Just tell us a little bit about that.
You know, our game plan, again, was to limit the explosive plays. And the first play of the game was an explosive play. And we came back in the second half. We were able to stop their run game. And in an offense like that, even though there's a deception that they throw the ball all over the park, but they have to get their run game and their screen game going in order to throw the football down the field. So with that, stopping their run game, we made them one-dimensional, and we were able to control their big plays, and which is what they live by.
And, Coach, you outscored Grambling 14-7 in the second half. One big play in that ball game was when Kwame Bowens sacked Grambling's quarterback from behind. The ball popped up, and you were able to get a touchdown after that. How excited was the team following that turnover?
Yes, and, and that's what we've been looking for all season, just somebody make a play. It doesn't matter who it is, just make a play. And so we've got to, on both sides of the ball, we've got to make plays, and playmakers make plays, and we're trying to put our kids in position to make plays. And so Kwame's a kid that has been working extremely hard. He's the one that blocked the punt last week at Tennessee State. He's the one that got the sack calls fumble last night. And so he's becoming a playmaker on our football team, and we just need other guys to step up and make plays the same way.
Coach, you were able to bring in Jawan Adams, your freshman quarterback, freshman sensation. He threw a touchdown pass in his first college throw ever. How excited was he when he made that touchdown pass?
Well, Jawan has a special trait. He's got leadership qualities. He's a very talented player. We've been trying to bring him along slowly because we want him to have success. You know, we don't want to put him in a situation where he goes in, now it destroys his confidence, and now you've got to build his confidence back. But he's a confident young man, and our team responds to him. So I was happy to see that, and we're excited to get him in the game.
And, Coach, was there anything in the second half you thought you could have done better against Grambling?
Well, you know, the most important thing is the turnovers that lead to touchdowns, and the explosive play. We're sitting there in the coverage, the first play of the game that is designed not to let them throw the ball deep, and that's what we have talked about all week, is not allowing them to throw the football deep down the field. And we let them get that play early and let them get some momentum and confidence, and we had to play from behind the rest of the way.
And, Coach, despite the loss to Grambling 35-14, what was your message to the team following the ball game?
Well, we've got to eliminate the mistakes in order to move forward and become a good football team. I think we have a good football team that's working hard, and when I say good, I know record-wise it doesn't speak for us, but when I say that, we create adversity for our own selves instead of creating adversity for the opponent, and that's what we have to do. We have to eliminate the turnovers, and we have to capitalize on the mistakes that the other team make, and then we got to execute better and continue to improve on each side of the ball as we move forward.
In the ball game, Coach, you had 8 penalties. I know penalties are something that you frown upon. Is that an area you think you need to look at also?
Sure. And you know, whenever we make an effort penalty, I'm talking about a pass interference, or even sometime maybe a holding call. If a kid's out there fighting, but you know, personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct, that, you know, we can't have that. We've got to not allow that to be a part of our game.
All right, thank you, Coach. Let's take a look now at those second half highlights of Jackson State and Grambling.
Lyles takes a snap, fires it out to Williams on the right side. Williams will lose a tackler and is blasted out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of Grambling. Williams didn't like that, And we have some words down on the field, Coach. Lyles steps up in the pocket, rolls to his left, and he is brought down. Ball is loose. Grambling picks it up. GSU running it in for what could be a touchdown, but a flag is down. This could be holding on Jackson State, so this touchdown may stand. Wow, Donovan McRae returns that fumble all the way for a touchdown, and it is good because Jackson State was called for holding, and that will give Grambling a 27-0 lead, pending the outcome of the point after. Brent Lyles back to throw. Throwing the fade route in the end zone to Dan Williams, and he dropped it. Wow. It was right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on, Coach. So it looks like Coach Hughes is going to decide to go for it here on 4th and goal. Brent Lyles in the shotgun. Throws again to the right side, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Dan Williams in the end zone, and he threw it too far out of bounds. On 1st down and 10, wow, what a sack by Jackson State, and the ball goes up in the air. JSU recovers in the end zone for a touchdown. What a play by the JSU defense. Kincaid never saw it coming. Carter back deep for Grambling. Jackson State going with an onside kick. It is popped up in the air and fielded by Grambling at the 41-yard line. Good play call, Coach?
Yeah, it was. What Coach was trying to do, Coach, was kick it at its highest point, and this side of the kickoff team go down and try to jump and actually catch it while it was in the air because it crossed 10 yards.
Kincaid back in the shotgun, takes the snap. 3-step drop, and he is sacked. Keontre Anderson with the sack, and Grambling will punt it away after that loss of 4 yards back to the 43-yard line. So JSU should get good field position from this. That defense has come to life here in the 3rd quarter.
Got him, Coach, got him.
Another block.
Special teams.
Looked like he was trying to run and angle with it. He was running with the football, but I don't know if that was a wise decision. He took so much time, and Jackson State blocked it again. 3:35 left in the 3rd. Grambling 28, Jackson State 7, but JSU has it in Grambling's territory at the 40-yard line. Marcus Cook will snap the football for Jackson State into the hands of Lyles. Steps up in the pocket, tries to buy time, flips it. It is intercepted. Wow, he should have just ate that one. It is picked off, and Grambling will have it at their own 26-yard line. And Javante Jones is down again, Coach.
Yeah, they went after him that time, Coach. They double-teamed him, the left tackle and the tight end. And he couldn't, that knee, they're going to have to get him out of that, Coach, because he's going to hurt himself. He can't defend himself right now, Coach.
So 1st and goal. Kincaid underneath center. He's going to hand it off, and that's a touchdown. Adams fires in the end zone. Touchdown! Jackson State, and a flag is down. This could be holding on Grambling, but it will be a touchdown nonetheless. Richard Floyd hauling in that touchdown catch, and Jackson State gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. 1st offensive touchdown of the ball game, and the 1st touchdown pass of his college career for Jawan Adams. Jackson State falls to Grambling 35-14. We'll be back to take a look at the upcoming game against Arkansas Pine Bluff. You're watching the Jackson State Football Highlight Show. We're back after this.
What does it mean to be healthy? It means finding the steps you take today that lead to a healthier tomorrow, and knowing you have a partner on your wellness journey with the compassion of a cross and the security of a shield. Because at the end of the day, it means you, your health, your life, and all its possibilities. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. Live healthy. Live blue. It's good to be blue.
WJSU 88.5 FM is a leading provider of cool jazz programming, news, and information to a diverse audience as a service of Jackson State University. Visit us on the web at wjsu.org.
And welcome back to the Jackson State Football Highlight Show. Up next for Jackson State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, a team that defeated Alcorn in Lormer, Mississippi on last week. And Coach, what are your concerns about Pine Bluff as they are coming off a very, very big high with that win over Alcorn?
Well, it just shows you they go down to Alcorn, two-time defending conference champion, and win the game in multiple overtimes. That one, they don't quit. They fight to the end, and they believe in what they're doing. They'll play hard. They're well coached, and it'll be a tremendous challenge for our football team going over to Little Rock this weekend.
And Coach, this is your third road game to start the season. Are you concerned about that at all?
Well, I don't think so. I think we understand how to prepare on the road. I think we understand that we're going to play a team with a tremendous challenge, and that all of our preparation needs to be excellent this week, because we cannot afford to not be prepared to play from the opening moment, from the opening kick.
And Coach, if you're not able to have Javancy Jones with you this week against Pine Bluff, how difficult will that be?
Well, you know, we've played a lot of players all season. Even last night, late in the game, it was evident that our physical conditioning was excellent at the end of the game. We never, we didn't have a kid cramp up. We didn't have a kid to go out because of heat exhaustion or any of those type of things. So we've played a lot of players, which is our goal going into the season. And so now when you have a key injury, the next guy has an opportunity to step up.
And Coach, you said Pine Bluff never quits, and they have a quarterback that threw for over 500 yards against Alcorn. How difficult will he be for your defense?
Yes, excellent quarterback, excellent skill set, very similar to the past two quarterbacks, the quarterback from Tennessee State and Kincaid last night. So it'll be a tremendous challenge for us, and we're going to have to contain him in order to have a chance to win.
And I know you mentioned some of the concerns you have about Pine Bluff. What are your keys to victory against the Golden Lions?
Well, again, we can't turn the ball over. We can't beat ourselves. We've got to execute better on both sides of the ball, continue to improve on defense, and we must improve on offense. Our kicking game must continue to improve and to rise to the occasion. And once we get all three phases playing together and playing hard, not turning the ball over, now we have an opportunity to move forward.
And Coach, despite your team getting off to an 0-3 start, are they still motivated going forward?
The team was excited and motivated in the dressing room last night. I didn't, see anybody with their head hung. We're all disappointed. We're all hurt because we worked extremely hard, and the kids give us everything that they have. And so we want the kids to be rewarded for their hard work. And so we definitely need to have a victory this week so that our kids can gain some confidence moving forward.
And as we say, Coach, you need everybody to continue to stay on that caravan.
Need to stay on the caravan because, as we say with the players, we all we got and we all we need. So I need the Jacksonians to, stick with these kids, stick with them, believe in them, because they are working hard and they do have a lot of pride. We're developing a lot of pride in Jackson State University football program.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you. And as we always say, go get those Golden Lions.
All right.
Well, that's a look at this week's show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back next week.